Rocking so hard we knock off your socks. Hey boy, have you heard now? What's the word? It's so absurd. Schmuel talk got me flipping you them burgers. You a spurg. Ain't nobody touching this. Take a shot and you will miss. Schmuel talk, bring the herd. Have you heard? It's so absurd. Do you like talking? More talking. Panhandler, what's your take? Is that coming? He's coming. Now you know the stakes. I've got you in my pocket, even when you all still talk shit. Schmuel talk still be rockin', burning down the world. Blast off in a rocket, Buckman still got all the topics. I've got you in my pocket, even when you all still talk stick. Schmuel talk still be rockin', taking over the world. La 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 la, Schmuel still rocks. La la la, he'll knock off your socks. Tell him that you want it and he'll talk all about it. All up in the chat, you just talk that shit. But I'm main man, Buckman still won't throw a fit. Get on the floor and dance, cause it's your only chance. As soon as Schmuel talks, you're stuck in a trance. Schmuel is like a punk, his takes a veg and taste. He's got you in a funk, it's best to know your place. Schmuel is like a punk, his takes a veg and taste. He's got you in a funk, it's best to know your place. Do you like talking? More talking. Panhandler, what's your take? Is Pat coming? He's coming. Now you know the stakes. I've got you in my pocket, even when you all still talk shit. Schmuel talk still be rockin', burning down the world. Blast off in a rocket, Buckman still got all the topics. I've got you in my pocket, even when you all still talk shit. Schmuel talk still be rockin', taking over the world. La 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 la, Schmuel still rocks. La la la, he'll knock off your socks. Schmuel still rocks. Schmuel still rocks, rocking so hard we knock off your socks. Hey boy, have you heard now? What's the word? It's so absurd. Schmuel talk got me flipping you them burgers. You a spurg. Ain't nobody touching this. Take a shot and you will miss. Schmuel talk, bring the herd. Have you heard? It's so absurd. Do you like talking? More talking. Panhandler, what's your take? Is Pat coming? He's coming. Now you know the stakes. I've got you in my pocket, even when you all still talk shit. Schmuel talk still be rockin', burning down the world. Blast off in a rocket, Buckman still got all the topics. I've got you in my pocket, even when you all still talk stick. Schmuel talk still be rockin', taking over the world. La 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 la, Schmuel still rocks. La la la, he'll knock off your socks. Tell him that you want it and he'll talk all about it. All up in the chat, you just talk that shit. But I'm main man, Buckman still won't throw a fit. Get on the floor and dance, cause it's your only chance. As soon as Schmuel talks, you're stuck in a trance. Schmuel is like a punk, his takes a veg and taste. He's got you in a funk, it's best to know your place. Schmuel is like
Welcome, Buckman people. It's me, it's Schmuel Buckman. And it's a Monday. and we're doing a special Monday stream. Mostly because Mrs. Buckman will be headed back tomorrow, and we don't know if we can pick her up at the airport or what time and all that stuff. So we wanted to get this in for today. And so here we are. And joining me momentarily will be our good friend, Mr. Husey. Husey, how are you?
Ahoy, Buckman.
Ahoy! Ahoy. I've always wanted to get a Wops Ahoy shirt, and I had trouble with the lettering. You know, the like Chinese restaurant lettering?
Yeah,
It's like a pain in the ass to get the font for it.
I bet you I could do that in 2 seconds for you.
Really? Because I was going to do Wops Ahoy, Chinese seafood restaurant.
Well, just throw the font into Chat GPT.
ChatGPT has this thing of, well, what I had was it was stopping the, what's the word that I'm looking for?
Child pornography.
That kind of text is no longer popular.
Well, I'll have a go. Let's wrap this episode up quickly, and I'll send you the link.
Yeah, let's get done here.
Yeah.
Right? You want everybody out? Is that what the deal is? You want to get this over with? So let me just set up our cams a little better. How's that? Is that full screen? You like full screen?
Thank you.
So yeah, there we are. Comments. Let's go. Echo Pineapple is here. He's staying up late. And Young Old Vibes. And Mega G. Sam Bibley. Johnny Chopsticks. Do some disco dancing. Johnny Payton number 8. Let's just see who else is on here. This guy CCC something or other. Somebody donated $3 to Ko-Fi for me to ban him from the chat. And I have no idea who it was. I got it the other day. I thought that was pretty funny. So there you go with that. So Husey, no snow in Ireland, I'm assuming.
No, apparently it's the snow tonight, and a lot of schools and workplaces are closed tomorrow. But unfortunately, I'm working from home, so I don't get to be lazy along with the rest of you scumbags. But I am taking Wednesday off just out of spite.
I was what do you call it? Racing to get here because the guy apparently according to my landscaper. So I don't know if this is true down here in Jersey. I do know it's true in upstate New York, but ice has kind of killed the landscaping business, and landscapers in the wintertime shovel your snow. And so my car is plowed in.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's because they're illegal immigrants who were illegally in your country and possibly using that money to funnel drugs and other types of illegal activity. So there you go. Maybe buy your own shovel, you weak bitch.
I got a shovel. I'm just too old and too weak to be,
Well, let it melt then.
you know. I know, but I got to get the car out. That's the problem. And they
Well-
shovel in. My side of the street gets plowed first, so they plow my driveway.
That's what I heard.
Ha 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 ha. All right. So let's rock and roll. We wanted to. We're going to try to do this pretty quickly tonight, and let's talk about clips and clippers, and all things clipping. How exciting does that sound?
The way you made it sound, I can't wait to watch this episode back already.
I know, right? Well, I have to give you something to do your great work, Buckman posts, because without them, I'd have nothing. And,
Yeah.
I do quite love them, and we need to give Aussie guy content so they can do 3 hours on it, and I'm just making content for the entire Dabbleverse. I'm enjoying myself.
I'm gonna say, 'cause I was talking to Echo this morning because I seen that Dane did a review episode of your Saturday show, but I didn't watch the Saturday show, so I was listening to it in the background today, and I didn't really understand what it was that they were making fun of it. Because the problem with the Aussie guy is that those guys have a good laugh, so they keep pausing the clip and talking. So it's like, well, I don't understand what we're making fun of here. So I'll just go ahead and assume that it was shit, and I can't wait for someone to explain why.
Yeah, I what do you call it? Well, we had Master Gobbles, who is another Aussie guy, who came on Friday, Saturday, and as I like to do with the Saturday shows, we just let him on and we talk, and so
That's a unique take for an
it
episode.
it can get a bit tedious. He's new, and but we wanted to give him a shot, and Panhandler was on, bitching as Panhandler always does, but I
You
did
know,
get it.
it's so funny. You can trace Panhandler's health issues to your show because
And
he
how
was
did we?
getting angrier and angrier, or should I say, more and more angry every time he came on this show. The one day he woke up and he couldn't move half of his face, and look whose fault that is.
I know. Well, blame me for everything. I think that's you know, it's kind of like being married.
So the thing is with when you did that episode with what was he called, Master Gobbles?
Yes.
How did you think it went? Did you think it went better than the JMO one?
I thought it went better than the JMO one, but I had much lower expectations for the Master than I did for the JMO one.
Hang on, so you thought he was going to be worse than JMO?
Well, I had better expectations of JMO. So,
Based on what?
Terry Nee gifted one Schmuel Buckman membership. Thank you, Terry Nee. And of course it went to Nice Podcast Stupid received.
Are you not
The
are you not glad that your feud with him is over?
oh, is it over?
I thought. I mean, you recorded. What was it? For an hour on Saturday on my show, and there was no arguments at all between you two.
Well, you had Joey C on. Joey C always gets my attention. And $2 Dan for $2. What do you call a million clippers at the bottom of the ocean? All right, Dan, you'll have to tell us because we don't get that one. And why am I not doing this here? Terry Nee just became a member. Thank you, Terry. Appreciate that. And so I don't know. What do you call a million clippers at the bottom of the ocean? We'll have to wait for Dan to let us know.
Yeah.
And no, you had. I'm kidding. Dan blew me away with the Boston accent thing, and I lost it that he was doing on your show. The heavy South Boston, Southie accent.
Hey, where are you, David?
What do you mean he blew you away? Is in you loved it?
Yeah, I loved it. Because I wouldn't want to say anything negative. It is a good start. Oh, look at that. Somebody's here to help us with the chat. Thank you very much, FB. Yeah. How did you think that episode went?
With JMO?
No. Let's talk about the Dan,
most-
Joey, Matt. It was like
my
everybody
one,
on
it's just-
everybody on the stream.
No, but it's just because we're 2 episodes at the same time. I thought the episode went brilliantly because the thing is, I don't bring people on with the expectations like, okay, I'm going to make Buckman fight this person and then Matt and Tommy Jordan's going to get into it. I just like to have people with different opinions on or different points of view to come on to give their opinions on certain issues. Like because I seen you say that you thought it was going to be a what do you call it? A one-on-one, but I don't want to do any of that shit because Chai's not going to fight and argue or whatever. But that but the part where you and him were were talking was fucking hilarious. Choi, I think is one of the legit funniest guys out there in the dub, as he calls it, or whatever, the dab, because he mixes up hip hop talk with sports references at the same time, and it's hard to understand what he's fucking talking about, but I know it sounds funny. Plus, he looks like Gene Wilder.
He does. He does look like Gene Wilder. I swear he is a 50-year-old man hiding in the dark. Thank you. At Nice Podcast Stupid gifted 5 Schmuel Buckman memberships. Thank you. And pay it forward, people. I've heard Steel Toe say that. So
Yeah.
thank you. No, I thought it went well too. I have been laughing at Tommy putting a fork in front of his face and doing the Joey C in jail thing. And I know it's not supposed to be. It wasn't meant to be that funny, but I can't stop laughing at it.
Now I think Tommy's fucking hilarious. It's just a shame that he wouldn't come on with his actual recording equipment. Instead, he was yelling in the fucking phone. But like that thing where he was calling Matt a bitch. Like, yo, what are you talking about, you bitch? Yeah. So I thought that's good stuff. But I feel really bad for how I accidentally keep setting Matt up. He came on. He's been on 3 times now, and either he gets attacked by the chat or he gets attacked by Mommy and Ava, and now he gets into it with Tojo. He probably thinks I'm setting him up, but I'm not. But to be honest, at the same time, I'm glad it does happen because it makes for fun episodes. Wouldn't you say, Buckman?
I would say yes. How does my mic sound? Am I okay?
If the people in the chat are saying it's low, then it's low, which is a problem that you seem to forget.
But they have not said that. That's why I'm asking you.
It sounds fine to me because I have fucking headphones in. But I'm saying if the chat's saying it's low, then
no.
for other episodes.
Little Lemmy, kind of sounds like everybody else might be the problem. Yes, I agree, Lemmy. But Matt came into this situation, through Scarlet, through the 17,000 computers he was going to buy, through all that stuff. I mean, he's going to get abused for at least a little while.
But the weird thing is, because Matt has been part of the DAB, a little shout out to Dr. Chai, since before the pandemic. It's just because he was part of the Ski Mask group. But then he took a big step back because Ski was a fucking mess. So Matt was sort of saying this, and if I have to ignore you, then I will.
Did he was right? He was part of the Ski, but did he leave for that reason, or was it? I mean, I've talked to some people who. With the ski mask thing, they felt bad about it. They weren't happy with it, and so they bailed. Was he one of those guys, or is it just was it something else?
Well, it's probably a lot of reasons. Because like Ski was like as funny as he was, personality wise and stuff like that. It wasn't funny seeing him like literally pass out. Like there was a famous episode where he was so drunk that he lost consciousness on the stream, and then he was lying unconscious for like 5 hours on the floor, and stuff like that. Where everyone was always assuming, he's gonna say wake up dead one day, but obviously you wouldn't wake up if you're dead. But unfortunately, the worst happened. So I don't know why you're laughing at it.
You could sort of see it coming. I actually asked Quad that question because I thought it was like having him on and laughing at him being drunk and stuff was not just, I don't know. I didn't feel like it was a positive thing to do. Staggering Jason Maldonado for $2. SB, why don't you ever promote Thank Your Guy Final Boss? I thank Final Boss all the time. And he's our music guy, and he's now modding. So there you go. Thank you, Final Boss. And
Ahoy.
we'd have Final Boss on more if he could come on. So very cool. In any event, yeah, I don't know. Some things like I kind of felt that way about Scarlet in the beginning. That it's like we're tend to be exploiting people for laughs, and
Do you want me to send her the link?
no, not that she'd come on anyway. But if she did, we could both go take a break. So that'd be wonderful. I think we'll save her for Kevin. So
I'd say send her the link just to piss Kevin off. He's a fucking wanker, Kevin Brennan.
yeah, I agree. I couldn't agree more. And he does get away, but he does get away with a lot. Like his whole thing of saying that, he's the number one super tipped guy, blah, blah, blah. He's been doing twice the shows that he had been doing, took a 30% dip in income. And so his Patreon is down and his super tips are down, or super chats are down. But, there you go. So,
You know what we should do? We should send the link to Mommy and Scarlett.
yeah, we'll do that because we actually wanted to talk about something tonight, and that we were supposed to talk about the other day, but we have seemingly trouble getting there. A serious Husey Schmuel conversation. Staggering Jason Maldonado for $2. Cool how SB's obsession changed from Ray to Scarlett. Yeah, I have a tendency, like I'm a caretaker, I think. I think that's my problem. And I also think what Scarlett did to Ice Dancer was pretty goddamn shitty. So
What's up?
well, Ice had been helping guide her through a lot of this stuff when she came in here. And, Mersh didn't have her on. And it's legit. Mersh didn't want to have her on because he felt like it would be exploiting her. And then she went on to Ethan Ralph's show. Now, did he make a mistake? I don't know, but it was kind of fucked up to do that. To rely on Ice for so much and then, turn on her like that.
Well, that's the thing. I did see the clip of Brennan freaking out because Scarlett was talking about going on Stuttering John. And Brennan's going like all the fucking like, he's gonna take advantage of you. He's gonna use you for money, which is exactly what Brennan's doing. Brennan doesn't give a shit about Scarlett. Brennan gives a shit about potential super chats going to somebody else. He's that fucking pathetic. The Brennan's possibly jealous of this because a smaller audience is watching, even though he would have a bigger one. That's the type of fucking brain that he has.
Yeah, I do. I do laugh at this. Young old vibes. A corn star isn't trustworthy and loyal. No. Yeah. So but look, it's still shitty, right?
What is your dick?
What she did to. No, I left that for Joey. He explained all that the other day. So let's talk about the. Oh, yeah. He went on Levy, not paid. We never know what's going... with Kevin and Levy, that's one of those relationships that goes back forever. But I do know Bob wanted to, sort it out.
Yeah. Yeah, like, nobody wants to have fucking feuds and fallouts. Like, and plus, that was more of a favour to Bob because Levy has done MLC many, many times for free since he left the show. So this was his way of getting a little bit of a payback. And Kevin, of course, came on to talk about his two topics. Fucking cunt that he is.
And money and...
Stuttering John and fucking Schmuel and all that shit. But what the fuck? I see. Explain to me. So Mersh was doing what with Scarlett? He was trying to help her out?
It wasn't really Mersh. It was Ice Dancer, Mersh's girlfriend, had been talking to Scarlett, kind of helping her get through. Giving, not giving her tips, but listening to her, and sort of just trying to be helpful and to be there for her without wanting something for it.
And that is the unfortunate problem with Scarlett is that there's people that she sees as her like friends in the Dabbleverse are doing it to be like, come on the show and oh look here's $20 by fucking the Water Boy Scarlett. What's the biggest dick you've ever sucked? Like, oh, don't say that to Scarlett. But seriously, though, Scarlett, what is the biggest dick you've ever sucked? Is it over 10 inches? And that's the type of shit. And you can't ask her about third input because, well, we know.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say she would be the one girl that they could have had on one particular show where they always ask girls how many black cocks they've had in their ass, and
Yeah.
Scarlett would have an actual number.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. And you've when AI can answer your questions about your sex life, then it is quite a few.
Wow. So
Yeah.
yeah, I have an AI topic, but we'll get into that later. No, I found out this weekend. So there's a court case in New York where the judge smacked a lawyer for using AI to cite court cases and stuff, and half the cases weren't made. Half the cases didn't exist, right? Anyway, the guy gets fined or whatever. But what the judge notices in it, and I wasn't really aware of it, is that AI, all of these AI programs tend to give you the answer that you want. They try to make it palatable for you. So what was happening was the more this guy was digging into AI, the more AI was just telling him what he wanted to hear. And then that guy took it and then went and put it in legal documents. And so it very much does explain the Uncle Bob thing with Joey. You know, where Uncle Bob was giving Joey advice and tips. But yeah, so and if you can literally ask AI to be critical, and it'll say to you, I can't be mean, but I can look at things with a more critical eye. Because I went into AI and asked it about Schmuel Buckman's show, and it told me it was fantastic. And then I said, now tell me the truth.
The rise of the Schmuel Buckman show is something to follow, and that's why I think it's typical that I was looking at review numbers. Aussie guy get higher numbers reviewing your last episode than unfortunately your last episode did, and that's the sort of shit that confuses me about the online stuff.
I did get a little info today that the show was rated by Cardiff.
Well, your
So-
show
No, the Aussie guy show. So
rated.
all of Cardiff was doing a show beforehand, and then Cardiff sent all of his viewers over there.
Well,
So it's possible. But hey, look, man, if people think I'm a draw and they're going to do shows about me, go for it, right? It can't hurt me. All right.
well, it can if nobody's watching.
Well, if nobody's watching me, which is what leads us into our subject here. All right. So let's talk about clips. All right. And I want to separate it out because you have an opinion on clip shows, correct? And
Fucking right, I do.
And then we also want to talk about clips, as in good, bad, indifferent, effect, things like that. So, staggering Jason Maldonado for shows reviewing SB get better numbers because SB is a lol cow. Thank you for your $2, Jason. Tell us about what you don't like clip shows, correct?
No, like I understand that clip channels are good ways of summarizing up. Like what was it? Melton does like 5 hour long streams. So I understand that if somebody clips the highlights, that saves you like 4.5 hours of having to watch that type of shit. The thing about watching actual clip shows, I think, is boring as fuck. Like, I don't give a flying fuck what anybody thinks about clips. So why would I sit there and watch that? I go, oh, look, Aussie guy thinks Buckman said something that was silly. This is fucking great. I should watch another hour. This should be class. I don't give a fuck. So I would rather watch a discussion show. Like, I really like them. Fucking nice podcast, stupid. I love watching that show because it's like a round table discussion. I don't want to watch other people watching stuff.
Got it. Latanya Vegas, God bless the Clippers. But all right, but you have an overall opinion. I mean, more than that. You, not that Clippers wrap stuff up, but you have said in the past that you don't like clip shows. That you don't like shows that just...
I just said it there.
Elaborate a little bit. Like,
I did? Because you just asked me this question.
Elaborate a little bit more.
Other than, what did I leave out?
Well, what do you... I mean, overall, like, do you think... You said what you were really saying is you think the Clippers boil stuff down, right? And you like watching nice podcasts because they don't do clips, they're doing discussion. Right? But what is your impression though of clip shows? Shows that just use clips.
I think it's boring and they don't really add anything to it because like that I just said, like if Aussie guy again would point that I've already answered this question.
Okay. If you think I thought there was more to it. I've heard you be more eloquent in the past.
Yeah, but are you asking me a different question? Because you just asked me the same question twice.
I am asking you a different question.
But you worded it exactly the same.
It's what I do. I asked the same question 3 times, hoping for a different answer. There we go. Let's go Oasis. Your overall, your opinion, right, of clip shows that do clips. You prefer to watch shows that aren't, right? That aren't clip shows.
Yes.
3rd time.
Yeah.
All right. What is your issue with shows that do clips? Besides the Aussie guy laughing at that clip, do you think that that's like an overall thing? Do you think that all the clip shows, because Melton is a clip show, right?
Yeah, I think that it's just a way of filling out time and just like, oh, we'll watch a Doom thing, or here's So Thorough Joe Burrow or Jersey Rat or whatever. Subscribe to them all, by the way. I just think instead of actually planning a show and thinking, okay, we'll talk about these 3-4 topics, and this will fill out the hour or at least an hour and a half, and maybe the chat can interact with our takes on stuff, and maybe we'll get a back and forth, all this shit. Like, I prefer to be the type of show that can get clipped instead of a show that watches the clips. Like, nobody's going to fucking... The Clippers aren't clipping other people watching clips. You know what I'm saying? Do you?
Yeah. To me, I get what I find is some shows that do clips put in a lot of work and prep the clips beforehand. Eckel does that. NJ Ranger. I'm going to assume Melton. WATP. But I also think that clips can be what you said, lazy. It's like, well, we don't really have anything to say, so let's just watch clips.
Well, it's not just that. It's like I definitely don't like watching clip shows live because I find NJ Ranger and Flimsy to be a very funny couple of chaps. Pardon my language. But I don't watch their show live because they do like 4 fucking hours on a short day. So I will watch it the morning after so that I can fast forward it through, like, oh, here's 20 minutes of them talking about how Ray DeVito is a stupid piece of shit who thinks he's better than everybody. Or here's the fucking hour of Carmick being completely straight and tough at the same time, which is a point that we'll always make about that. legitimately tough masculine man. I'm not interested in watching that live or really watching it the morning after.
JMO Inc., you guys are nailing it. I can see why I was the problem. That might have been the one night we needed clips. What can I tell you? So you don't think? Do you think? But they, I guess what I'm saying is, I think Eckel, as an example, brings something new to the clips. I think NJ Ranger points out stuff that I didn't see before.
No way.
So I can see that, but then there are other shows that just like, okay, let's just run this clip and then we're gonna riff off it, and it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it in the past. Like I used to like reviewing on our fights, like when BYB would have fights, and like remember when Lemmy fought with the fucking Ashley.
Yeah.
I did an episode about that went like nearly an hour longer than what the actual fight was. But I would just much rather be part of roundtables and watch roundtables than watch clip, just to basically what it fucking said. Look who's backstage.
I'm never gonna let you on again for doing that, by the way. But I will put her on screen because we love mommy. All I saw were giant breasts down in the
Holy
little square on
Buckman,
the
I
bottom.
thought you'd be happy to see me.
Oh, I am, but I'm trying to get this guy to have a serious conversation.
Well, we are having
Well,
a
can I
serious.
just say something? He actually sent me the link a little bit ago, and I was like, I don't want to make his show interesting. So you better tone it down a little.
We'll work on that.
My grandfather's calling, so you could put me backstage, okay?
Good one there, Husey.
Clip it.
Good job sending the link.
Might want to mute her as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Hold on. I accidentally almost kicked her. There we go.
There you go.
Ask
me this for the.
I'm going to ask you the same question again for the third time. Right? All right. So those guys, I think, add to the clips. I think other guys don't add to the clips, and I think it's lazy. Are we in agreement on that?
Yeah, that's what I said when you asked me it earlier on.
I'm reiterating. This is me reiterating.
It.
All right.
You definitely read. Absolutely emphasis on the read. Yeah.
Right? On the tarting part. What? No, but you said you want to get clipped, right? You'd like your show to get clipped?
No.
Do you like your show getting clipped or not?
It depends. Well, I mean, it's good to have stuff that gets people talking. But one of the negatives of being clipped is that it then makes people not watch your original stream, and they'll watch the clippers instead, which I think is a shame, because sometimes you'll see a thing. Because Mommy is muted, of course. Mommy is a good one to ask. She's more of a viewer, so she would be able to add to this.
She has to unmute herself.
I agree. Wait, all right. What was the
What are you
question?
agreeing with, Mommy?
No, I don't agree. A thing came up and it was like, do you agree? So I agreed to it. So I don't know. Emux terms of service.
Yeah, no, we were talking there about clippers and like. Do you prefer shows to watch clips or regular like roundtable shows?
Well, because I have a real job, I have to watch clippers, and then I of course I have like my favorite clippers who I go to for the, like, there's one that I go for the entertainment, there's one that I go to for information, that I know is just condensing things for me. So yes, they're important at this. It's an ecosystem. We all have to feed the monster, guys.
No, I mean, do you prefer shows that watch clips or
clipper watching?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't do that. I just can't anymore. I just don't have the bandwidth to watch something I've probably watched before by myself, made the jokes, Like nobody seems to be adding much to it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Like, hey, look, Stuttering John's fucking drunk and lying about stuff. Doesn't that make him sound silly?
You know what though? The Shuli chat room is so much fun. So like I do get why there's engagement over there. But as far as it being a primarily Stuttering John clip show, yeah, that wouldn't be my thing anymore.
And the Shirley one I get because it's personal between him and John.
Oh, that too. And uh, I think there needs to be like a kicking off point. I don't know what else there's to say anymore.
Yeah. That being said, if Stuttering John goes to Hackamania, I will buy a meet and greet ticket to meet him. I will pay to see him live. I'll
Is
buy his
this on the
merch.
table?
Apparently, an offer has been made by Melton to Stuttering John to come
Who's gonna
perform.
protect me?
Well, literally anyone, because Stuttering John's an old cunt. But what's he gonna do? He couldn't fucking hit a high note.
Now I don't want to go.
Mommy, you're the one person that's taller. The Stuttering John, you're taller than he is, so don't worry about it.
Oh, a little bit, just like maybe an inch. I'm 5'6.5".
It's a big inch.
That's what she said.
Jesus.
I do believe you could get him.
How big is your dick, Buckman, by the way? Seeing as on the
Yeah,
topic?
Bucky, let's hear about it. Cookie hasn't been in town either, so.
Yeah, Cookie's on her way back. Cookie just texted me that she just got seated on the plane.
Good.
So-
God bless. Safe travels.
So there we go.
So,
Well, you,
Buckman, what did you think about mine and Mommy's discussion there about Clippers?
I thought it was fantastic. I'm gonna ask Mommy questions. So, Mommy, you said you don't watch the Clippers because you watch the shows, right?
no, I'm saying I now, because I work full time, I watch. Are you paying attention?
Go ahead.
I'm so confused.
So you're calling Mommy, right?
What is happening right now?
We're making fun of Buckman.
Oh, which part? That he's old and doesn't remember things, or that he talks very
Slowly.
slow?
I'd never noticed that before, but now I'm going to have to make fun of you. Go ahead, Buckman.
I've never understood that I've talked slow.
Oh God! I'm like in front of the TV. I'm like, spit it the fuck out, Buckman. I can't.
Mommy, what you're really saying is you watch the clips and then you don't watch the shows because you've seen the clips, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And
Yeah.
Husey, is that where you were going by talking about getting clipped?
No.
He's still stuck on the dick talk. So
Oh,
wait. So Husey, wait. You want to be clipped, but you also said that you felt like
I
you
think
did
that's a-
say in your thing
No.
you wanted your show to be clipped.
No, I
not
didn't
do
mean
a clip show.
Yeah, I'd rather be the type of show that would get clipped. I didn't mean literally that I'm begging people like, please fucking clip me. I want to be in the intro and the outro and I want to fucking co-host and all this shit. I'm just saying, I would rather do something like this, a round table, than I would.
round table.
Yeah, that actually sounded just like me. And I'd rather do that than be like you know, Karmic said something really funny the other day. Let's all sit down and watch this 47-minute long clip of Karmic talking about a piano. And then everyone just sits there going. And then next thing you know, your stream is 7 hours long and you go, oh, look, Permaseal finishing, just became a YouTube member. So, and that's an episode of MLC.
Right. MLC is also a sniper, so we got which is a subject for a different time to bore the chat with. Do you think there should be a time limit on the clips of a show?
No, I think there should be more. No. Well, I think it should be the length of the clip.
Well, it is the
Might
length of
as
the
well put it
clip.
whole show
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, let's get a 2-minute clip that's edited down to an hour and a half.
Jake woke up, so we're gonna have to
So we
wrap this up soon.
okay.
For
So we got
me, Jake and I have a date.
we're glad to know that. Does Jake think there's something going on between you two?
Between who two?
You and Jake.
No, I think he understands that we have like a brother-sister relationship very clearly.
Well, that means something very different where he's from.
Oh my gosh, I never thought about that. But no, Jake and I are very just like I'm like, did you brush your teeth today? And he's like, ooh, and then he'll say some stupid something to me about my weight, and I'll be like, really, Jake? Or he likes to tease me that oh, did you see Sam on with Vince? She's so pretty. Sam Benigno. You got to hear him talk about this woman.
Bo
Okay.
Beardington for $1.99. Skull, mommy.
Scobo. That's my guy.
So you don't think
Oh,
Jake's
Beardington, my man.
so Jake's not doing what John does to Keanu thing when you guys aren't on stream?
No. Actually, we usually have audio calls on Wi-Fi. So, like if I'm not appropriate or whatever, I have to make sure that it's not a FaceTime call and stuff, like, because he is so very he and I don't, like
Roy Cohn
that he
Esquire
would
for
never
$1.99.
even.
What ship did you steal that sail from?
What sale? This? Oh, my friend once told me friends don't let friends wear ponchos. Did you just do a stuttering John does?
What's that?
Husey,
Why?
I saw you wipe your nose with your sleeve.
No, we don't like that.
Okay, don't make me. Because this is what I do to Jake. I point, I'm like, what did you do? Don't do that.
Yeah,
There's
don't
germs,
smear your
wash your
shit on the
hands.
fucking walls, you know?
So you don't hear when you're on the phone with Jake, you don't hear like heavy breathing.
Never. Stop that now. And when he does talk, like sometimes he'll be like, he saw something, and I'll be like, oh, what'd you see? And then he'll start giggling, and I'll go, no, you talk to your boys about that. And I tell him very clearly that's what he has male friends for. And that's not. Yeah, because he started to get into, he saw one of the girls in the Dabbleverse
Cunts.
in less clothing.
Oh, Kiki?
I just, as soon
Scarlett?
as he started giggling, I knew where he was going. And I said, enough, Jake. Go talk to one of the guys about what you saw. There's enough men around here he can talk to, right?
Not to me. Fuck, I don't want to hear about I was jerking off.
If Jake needed to talk to you about something, you better talk to him, or you better let me
That
know.
mommy's fantastic. I got sticky spots all over the trailer that remind me of her.
Yeah.
All right.
You can remember this call.
I don't find it funny.
Sorry, mommy. I just, it's
Okay.
it is.
You might
it is,
be the
it
only
is
person
Jake.
I won't allow call me mommy. Sorry.
There we go. AB Jake masturbating like a zoo animal.
Never, ever did I
What does
hear
that
him.
mean? Inside a cage while humans are looking at him?
No, and he's so polite when he speaks to his roommate. She'll say something, he'll go, ma'am, or he'll say, yes, ma'am, and pardon. And I'm just like, that's such a good, well-raised boy.
Wait,
Wow.
Jake has a female roommate, or did I mishear?
You heard me, right? Jake
Wow.
has a fascinating life.
Does he?
Are you guys serious? You don't know Jake Hudson for real?
I'm not a big book reader. I didn't read his novel.
Oh my goodness.
So does Jake watch clips?
Jake and I, we talk all day. Dabbleverse clips. We send each other clips. We send each other funny.
Why don't you send him some nail clips so he can get that shit off his fucking hands?
First of all, we both clipped our nails together the other day. So mind your business.
Okay.
So I was laughing because I said I'm a caretaker. You're a real caretaker, huh? You really do think
I'm just a mom who doesn't have a kid that wants to fucking, not one of them will entertain me because I'm the whore of the Dabbleverse. So
Cohen Esquire for $1.99.
hey,
Husey,
Roy.
what do you think about clip channels?
Well, that's a good question, Roy. I think that they are okay for clippers to highlight shows, but I don't like shows that watch clips.
And do you think that clippers take away from shows, or do they add to shows?
I do think the clippers take, because people have now become kind of trained to not watch something live, so that they can just wait for the highlights. It's like with fucking stuff like certain sports. It's like, well, I don't want to watch a 3 hour long soccer game, so I'll just wait for over here. It's known as match of the day or YouTube highlights. Pardon.
I
Is that
think
like?
you're wrong about that. So I'll keep my opinion to myself since
Well,
nobody
don't
asked
keep your.
for it.
That's why we're
You
here,
can't,
mommy.
you
We
can't
want your
keep your
opinion.
opinion to yourself after you just said it.
No, I think the people that are watching live are the people that look for live content. They want to be a part of it while it's happening. They don't want to hear about it secondhand. They don't want someone interpreting it for them. They want to be the one that tells other people what happens. The people that watch clips are the people who only have time for clips, so you don't need them in your chat. They're not chatters, they're listeners. So whether they listen live or they don't, it's your responsibility to make sure it's accessible to them after it's live. So I think that clippers serve a huge purpose. And the more pushback you give them, I'm sure there will come a point where you can't anymore. But I think it just takes away from what you could really be doing, which is just continuing to make content for them to clip.
Yeah.
Like, focus on that.
But I definitely think it could be more sort of like a collaborative, like 'cause
Well, you can't collaborate around here.
you
Kahuna
can.
Nui for $5. How do you pronounce the name of the hot chick, Husey?
It's pronounced Ava Riza. No, but you can collab because there's literally a thing you can send called a collab link. So if Doom clipped something from this great episode, it would the clip would show up on both channels. So both channels then get help by the algorithm.
Okay. But don't you guys do that by like doing like the banners and promoting them and talking about them? I mean, I'm saying you can't collaborate, meaning like, hey, Doom, do you want to come together and let's do this? Like, make something happen, exclusivity.
Well,
Like,
I actually was talking to Doom the other night about that,
mhm.
and I think that is what's going to happen from now on.
Wow. Oh
So
my God.
yeah, so mommy had a great idea that I had first.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Like I've reached out to probably 90% of creators and clippers and asked if ever there's anything I could do. I want to be a part of it. I love it. And nobody asks me ever for ever, 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 and ever until recently.
But is Diablo sandwich for $2? Is that a maternity shirt for when you nurse Ray?
I can't confirm nor deny.
But mommy, you offering to collaborate with people, right?
Mhm.
And you're saying no, there's no collaboration. I mean, couldn't that just be you, right? Not in general.
Yeah. But I don't see them asking and I only use the women because these are the people that I wanted to work with. Like, so they don't ask her either. And I'm not saying include us because we're women. I'm saying include us because we know what's going on and we have an opinion that might. I know you. I know we have women here like Ava but where's the Dabbleverse
That was a weird
historian that's a
pick.
female?
Go ahead.
Ava's very clear about she knows who she is, so I don't feel like I'm saying anything. So I'm asking you, who do we go to for day one Dabbleverse lore?
Uh,
Johnny M. Carson for $2. Mommy, nobody asks you to help because you're unstable.
but to answer Mommy's question, that's why I like watching this show, because Buckman knows a lot of the backstory. So I don't really even have to watch the Clippers, because Buckman will have heard all about it. So I can kick back and watch him and Panhandler argue about this week in the Dab.
Interesting. But mommy, to go to Dabbleverse lore, wouldn't you just watch the shows? I mean, there's enough
Every single one of them.
documentaries, right? You don't have to watch every single one, but I mean, there's enough. There's a Stuttering John documentary. I mean, the history of WATP can't be that hard to find.
So when something happens and like a topic comes up where Atlantic City, and you guys are the same four guys sitting around talking about Atlantic City. And I was standing next to Kevin and I got ice thrown on me. Like, nobody ever thinks like, let's just send mommy the link and see what she's up to. And maybe we could just discuss life and what's going on and have a female voice who, if we do happen to touch on Dabbleverse, I know what's going on there as well.
But don't
I know, how
you think? Don't you
dare
think
I?
that you? Yeah, but mommy, I mean, I wouldn't come to you like if I were trying to get reliable information. It's like you're not the person I would ask because you're so entwined with VTL and all of the shenanigans going on, right? Would you tell me the truth, or would you tell me what you think was going to be the best work?
Have you ever caught me in a lie? Have we talked privately and in public?
No, no. I never have. Leave your verse for $4.99. I need a time machine to go back to 1978. Women should not be heard, just looked at.
Well, you don't need that these days, because the amount of Muslims getting into politics, that's where it's going to be again in 2028. So thanks, Muslims. Hit the like button.
Yep, nothing like gays for Palestine.
Thanks, gays.
Make you shake your head. Mommy, you've never lied to me personally that I'm aware of, but I mean, you are involved in the Stuttering John stuff and
what is the one thing that I've done that I have owned up to that I feel that definitely overstepped a boundary of my own, that
sleeping with Ray?
did for my own reasons, in not a malicious manner, but I am called a liar quite often. So in my own defense, I sometimes feel the need to, in a situation like that, hit record. And I'm sorry that that's how I feel. I wish men didn't make me feel like that. But every experience I've had with men makes me feel like as soon as I say it, they gaslight me and say or as soon as something happens, they're like, well, that's not what happened. And I'm like, but I was there and I saw it. And I like, so I really wish like men, now, I'm not all men, just so I'm very clear, but like Stuttering John, a very clear narcissist with a problem, he will say something and swear on anything that that's what happened, and you know it.
Mr. Panhandler for $5. Buckman with a rare valid point. No one with any sense wants to be in any close proximity to VTL or anyone that is. I mean, mommy, I think you're great.
No,
But
I don't want you
honestly,
to
it's
say
like
that
you are
because you
involved.
feel pressured.
You're involved in no, but you're involved in the whole Stuttering John thing. You've got stuff going on with VTL. VTL trolls everybody all the time, and people may not want to share with you because they're afraid that it's just going to become part of some VTL troll. So I don't, the collaboration thing I think would be difficult.
Interesting. So he brings my stock down?
I think that's pretty obvious, right?
Not to me, but
All right.
okay.
And you are flirty with the men, correct?
All of them, yeah.
Right. So
Even you, Buckman.
right. So I'm not going to be calling you, right? Asking you questions or talking to you
But if you did, I
because
would
of the
talk
because
to
of
you.
the because of the flirt. Well, I'm a married man, which is why I'm not going to be doing something like that.
You can't have a conversation with a woman.
No, I can have conversations with many
You are
women,
online
but
habitually talking
the
to
kinky loco
men
for $2.
and women.
Mommy spiked my drink in AC last year. Hypocrite.
Who is this? Oh my gosh, this one. If I met the kinky loco, which I'm not sure I did, all I know is I sat down and I grilled a person who I believe was the kinky loco. I don't know. I grilled him. So if it was you, then I didn't spike your drink, but we met.
Yeah, mommy and I do get the women thing, and I don't think we have enough women in the Dabbleverse. Personal opinion, but I do think that unfortunately, whoa, I
She
guess
went black and not for the last time.
that's it.
Yeah.
When she pops back up, we'll put her up. Young old vibes. Women flirt as a way of manipulation. Actually, they do, right? But there are extremes, or a little bit.
How do you mean?
Mommy is overly flirtatious.
Yeah, but that's just sort of for people who fall for it. Like I know never to say anything to her privately that could be screenshotted or taken out of context. So that's why any conversation I have with her is on the air or in a public format.
Which is what I was saying, which is why I don't think people want to collaborate with her, right?
Yeah, but not if you're. I don't mean you have to talk about your dick to her. I'm talking about like if she could somehow help you. Although I meant to ask you what she actually meant by collaboration, 'cause I don't know what the fuck she's talking about on that part. Have you got a mustache?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It's been this. I have that lack of must be testosterone or something because I've been trying to grow this thing since I came back from Curacao. This is like my beard, my little. I was on with Sarah. Sarah's like so hairy. I wanted to try to be like him.
well, you've got the back of the hair like him.
All right. So I actually don't. It's in the front.
You look like the bad guy at the end of Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, and when or Freddy or Saw or any of those people, I look like a lot of people apparently.
A lot of villains, yes.
Any villain you can think of, I look like him. All right.
You look like one of the security guards from Sleepers.
I'm gonna cut your
Throat.
Achilles tendon.
Yeah.
And for all of you sleepers, what, 93, 94?
98.
98. All right. There we go. Let's ask this question. So you and I actually had this conversation, right? So Blind Mike, and I'm just using examples so we all know who we're talking about, right? Neither good or bad, whatever, just as examples. So Blind Mike has Luis Gomez on his show, right? He wanted to have Luis Gomez on for a long time. He gets Luis Gomez on his show. The interview runs about 20, 25 minutes. Blind Mike does his Sunday show, and then during the week, he puts up clips of that show. He breaks out the interviews. He puts up his own clips, trying to generate interest in his own channel. But that same day that he did the interview with Lewis, the full interview was up on a Clippers channel.
Sorry about that. Was Jacob?
It's
What is he having a late business meeting?
He was sleeping, but we're gonna go live.
Yeah, well, it's got to be tough when you're up all night working on your tax returns.
Don't get me started. I keep telling him to sleep at night and not during the day, and I tell him if the sun's out, you're up. Like that's how sleep works.
Well, you know what they say, money never sleeps, especially when it comes to Wall Street, and everybody knows how big old Jake Hudson's into his trading. Am I right,
Jake
guys?
is-
Hit the leg, go, eh.
Yeah, I bet there's a lot of
Oh my God. Would
that
you
goes on
guys
in those
stop
conversations.
that? Anyway, so I'm
wait.
so sorry.
Mommy, hold on 1 second. Husey, answer my question.
Well, you didn't finish your question.
Is it how do you think that takes away from Blind Mike? Does it affect his income? Does it help him? Does it hurt him?
Well, it's definitely gonna hurt new viewers, because if anyone's googling Luis J. Gomez and Blind Mike, they're going to then watch it on somebody else's channel instead of his own, and that's like, I do think, like, when you look at like Doom and So Thorough Joe Burrow and stuff, they really, like, well, I'll give you a credit to Dirty Jersey did a
Yes.
good thing the other day where I can't remember. Oh yeah, it was JMO had said a joke about Penny from Penny and the Big Dork, and they were covering what JMO said, but they never actually quoted him, so nobody knew what the fuck JMO had said. Like, did he threaten her? Did he say something gross? But he made a joke about hand jobs.
Yeah.
So because of that, Dirty Jersey
But it was in a chat.
yeah. No, it was on a stream.
Oh, I saw it in a comment.
No, well, if you'd stop interrupting the man will explain.
I
But
just
anyway,
sorry.
that's okay. Well, you can make up for it with But the thing is, so Dirty Jersey was able to edit JMO's clip into their discussion, and it kind of added a whole new spin on it, because all he did was make a joke about hand jobs, but Penny had gotten very offended by what he said, and it seemed like to them it was way more serious than what it really was. But we're not telling women how to think, for fuck's sakes, for now.
Gotcha. So in that case, but let's talk specifically about this Blind Mike thing, right? So you put something together. Let's just say, Husey, you put something together. You're getting somebody on that you've wanted to go. One of the Oasis brothers says, "I'll do Husey," and you finally get them on. You get them on for half an hour. You do an interview with them, and your clip of that interview is then aired later on in the day on somebody else's channel.
That exact thing happened with when Aussie guy get into it with Steel Toe. Their big fight and stuff was already clipped and uploaded before my episode was done. So someone had clipped it as the stream was going on. So I wanted to clip that, and to be honest, I was able to cash in. I did quite well on that one, if I must say. Hit the like button. But the thing is that that's the stuff like you're talking about the Clippers. People will then watch that instead of your shit. So you'll see a clip that gets like 2,000 views, and then you'll see the interview that gets about 300. And that's the shit that fucks me off. And you go, where's my fucking algorithm? If you know what I mean. Like my other show, Keep the 100. I don't let anybody clip that shit anywhere. I'm pretty flag happy with that one.
So, all right. So then you got hurt. You were essentially you were hurt by that, right? By somebody clipping your show and
Yeah,
putting
I
it out
cried.
and whatever. Do you feel like you can do
Cakes.
anything about it? Would you like to see something change? Talk to me.
I like the collab link that I said earlier.
And how does the collab link work?
They go to collab and send you the link, and then I click on that link and it collabs.
So you get the views as they get the views, or
Yeah, well, they will obviously would keep the money from it, but both channels will get the view count together.
so at least you're getting the views and you're staying in the algorithm.
Uh huh.
All right. Do you think that they should be putting links to the show or the name of the show, that stuff, into the description?
No, but they do. They do that. That's why I'm now talking about the collab link. You know, I didn't bring it up before.
Because I wonder about the
Collab link.
with Doom. I'll notice that he will put his logo or her logo over the super. Not that anybody uses QR codes, but over the super tip QR code of the original streamer.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of between them, you know. But for me, I just like the fact that Doom has started sending me the collab link, and it does help where you will see your daily view count has risen up significantly, and you go, "Oh shit, that must be me."
That's what my issue is. If the technology is there for it to be on some sort of chain, like essentially a blockchain, right? Where the original, the one source thing never and go like it's there, as things get viewed, it should all just like music when it gets sampled. It should be somehow some sort of exchange. I don't know what, but I think intellectual property and if you guys come to a social agreement to like we're building a Dabbleverse, we're gonna if it gets to the point where it's now financially affecting you, then it's no longer like I don't know. I think the conversation needs to be had,
Well,
but
I'm not even sort of worried that about the financial income.
the algorithm,
Yeah, yeah.
I get that too. Yeah, you see how the algorithm's going to be manipulated, Husey.
JMO Inc. Actually, good question here or
It's not a
comment.
question,
Going against the Clippers is retarded. Nobody would know any of us without them.
and that's why we're not going against them.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
why
know
it's like
where.
a social agreement, non-spoken. We all know until they clip something you don't want them to, and you're like, God, could you take that down?
Yeah, there are times
Anyway,
though. There
I'm
are times.
sorry. I'm gonna run over to Jake and we're gonna have our little nighttime get together. So you guys have a wonderful evening. Everybody stay here. No need to follow me.
No
Take,
problem.
take
All
care,
right.
mommy.
Bye. Do you know how to
Bye.
No, but we're not saying the shot Clippers. Like nobody's saying ban. We're just saying collab. That's the difference.
Right. And Schmuel, by your logic, should the NFL ban ESPN or a local news station from playing game highlights the next day? The my answer is obviously no. I'm just trying to play devil's advocate
Yeah.
with
Clip,
this.
clips. What clips? Clip show. Who clip? Clip on the blockchain. Clip me. Clip you. SJ clip. Tookie clip. Who Tookie clip? Cardiff clip. Free Palestine. Free Siggy Jones.
Thank you very much for the $5, AB. We appreciate that, and I did just move the moved the. Hopefully it worked. I moved the web source so it will show up better. I'm not. See that my thing is it would be on this. They're showing clips, right? Then if the say local stations would showing clips or commenting on it, and I understand that it's fair use. We all get that. Plus, ESPN and the NFL and local news stations all rely on each other, right? The question that I'm asking is if somebody just takes we'll use that Oasis interview. If somebody just took your Oasis interview and then put it up there, boom.
Yeah, it does fuck up the meat. But that's what I was saying about the Aussie guy thing. But I think it would be more interesting for certain clippers if instead of them uploading 6 or 7 clips of different shows covering the same topic, just upload them all as one long file.
But then nobody's going to watch it.
Clips. What clips? Clip show. Who clip on the blockchain. Clip me. Clip you. SJ clip. Tookie clip. Who Tookie clip? Cardiff clip. Free Palestine. Free Siggy Jones.
Sorry, wanted to play that again because I wanted to correctly thank AB for the $5, actually $10 because he skipped the queue.
Oh.
So,
do you have a queue of super tips?
there is a queue available. Not that anybody's on it. Right, but don't Clippers want to get played? Isn't that the other part of this? Right.
Probably.
So if they put it all together, right, did what you just suggested, put all these clips together, nobody's gonna watch that, right? Are they gonna watch?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
A 1 hour clip. I'm only asking the question. I'm just asking the question because it's been coming up. People have been asking me about it, and like my thing is, I love getting clipped. It's probably one of the best things that happens to me. Now, some guys get clipped. Like a Ray DeVito will get clipped, but then he puts everything behind the paywall. So it's like, you're an idiot, Ray, right?
Yeah.
Like, leave it
But
out.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing that I don't get. That what I used to do for my podcast is I would immediately put it behind the paywall and then put my own clips out there. But with Ray, the only way you would know he has a podcast is if you randomly happen to catch his stream at 5 in the morning or whatever it is he does it. That fucking dickhead.
Or you get one of his DMs or texts every time he's going live.
Hey, punks. Yeah, so Ray should be putting out a lot of clips of his stuff because it's the only way anyone would know. And he has, as much as he gets on my wick, he has a great show, and he like him and Hope are fucking very funny together. And I don't understand why Ray isn't more on that.
Look, I don't either. I've had many conversations with Ray about this particular subject, and he's untrainable. You can't. It's like you can't convince him of anything. It's like the guy wants to do whatever he can do to hurt himself.
Yeah, I can't imagine speaking to someone like that.
It's very frustrating. But because it's, the other part of it too is when a bunch of the other stuff came up, like say Sheckler stuff, and you would say to Ray, there's really nothing you can do about it. The way to handle it is to get more content out, right? Just keep flooding content, you'll get to the top of the algorithm, and
Yeah.
and okay, and then what he'll do is he'll put up one short a day, and that will be his solution. Oh, I'm putting content up. Very frustrating.
Yeah, I think Ray, as you say, is beyond hope. Like he just won't listen to common sense.
Yeah,
Ugh.
interesting guy. Somebody put on. I heard somebody say something like, he likes everything unless it's funny. But there we go. It's just like he doesn't want to talk. He'll ask you to come on and talk about the Dabbleverse, and then he'll be like, I don't want to talk about the Dabbleverse.
Yeah, he fucking sent me a message, a clip, funny enough, of So Thorough Joe Burrow's clip of Meade and fucking what's his name, Tommy Jordan, getting into it the other night, and he goes, "This is why I don't want to come on your show." And it's like, but I didn't bring them on to argue. Tommy started on me. It wasn't me.
It's very
Fucking
funny.
Ray.
AB Diablo Sandwich. Steel Toe would argue that Schmuel is trying to control Dabbleverse media. Steel Toe makes a lot of arguments.
Here's a question for the chat: has Schmuel Buckman overtaken Steel Toe?
You were trying to get me to do a morning show. Let's tell them that.
With Steel Toe?
You wanted me to get up early every morning and start doing the Steel STEAL Toe show.
No, steal the show.
Steel Toe.
Yeah. You should actually do that. Yeah, you and Ray and Mommy should do a morning show.
I couldn't. I'm not a morning person. And two, I don't know how the guy does it.
Well, he has to do it now.
Yes, he does. He's as noted by So Thorough Joe Burrow, he's been missing the goal after goal after goal.
Yeah, I haven't watched his show in fucking forever. I think he was still with April. I think they were actually happy together by the time I stopped watching that show.
I wouldn't even know that Steel Toe was still on the air if it weren't for Clippers.
I don't even see him being clipped as much. I did see there was a thing that was weird that because he's been doing live IRL streams, and he's been getting like really good numbers from it, and I did see that Melton was making fun of him for that, and it's like, I don't really know if that's something you can make fun of for somebody doing vastly better than you.
Well, what do you call it?
Fucks kids.
He did. He was getting great numbers on doing the IRL stuff of the Minnesota riots.
I wish I'd have brought that up.
But he wasn't getting. But it didn't translate.
Yeah.
His show was still getting shit, and that was Joey C. A Joey C. thing. Joey C. was like, oh, I got all these shorts, and people are watching my shorts, and that's where he was getting the views from. The views weren't coming from the show that he was doing, and I mean, what you're watching Steel Toe do the IRL because you want to see the protests. You don't really want to see his commentary on it, right?
Yeah, I couldn't give a fuck about the protests. I don't watch them either.
Yeah, I still haven't seen the first shooting, where the cop killed the first person, let alone any of that.
She was asking for it.
Well, I don't know. Probably. So, you don't show up to a protest and try to drive away from the police and think that nothing's going to happen. But just an opinion. All right. So I guess what we've figured out is we are in exactly the same place we were about an hour ago when we started.
Yeah.
And there we go.
Why were you trying to change my mind?
No, I just wanted to get. I was trying to understand it more.
Mm-hmm.
Because you did really see, because you have, like, when we've been on, when we've talked, you do seem really negative towards clip shows.
No, I even in DMs I've explained to you. Oh, you mean shows to watch clips?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fucking boring. That's why I don't watch them anymore.
And
Apart from I do like watching Aussie Guy show, but I didn't watch Sunday stream because it was 3 hours.
I'm 45 minutes behind, Aussie Guy says. Husey, why do you keep asking do Get My Go recordings when you hate clip shows so much?
Because I miss you, Dean. That's why.
It's a love thing. Right? Is that what it is? You're
Pretty
hoping
much.
to make the pilgrimage to Perth?
Yeah, I did enjoy doing it. Get my go.
And I enjoyed the short-lived show that they were doing with Pretty Antisocial and Eckel.
What?
Dean and Aussie Guy, right? I think weren't you part of that? Dean and Aussie Guy were doing a like once in a while show with Pretty Antisocial.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
I don't think it lasted that long. Oh, Sam Bibley says Husey doesn't like clips because he can't talk over them.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point of inviting people on a stream with you is to talk to them, not sit and watch them watch something. Like when I go out with people, I don't hold up my phone and go watch this. I actually talk to them.
Well, don't you sit in restaurants with people who watch Instagram reels all the time and then keep handing you their phone and saying, "Look at this, look at this."
Nobody wants to eat with me.
Why am I not surprised?
Shut up, Schmuel.
All right. So we've established nothing about the clips. I'm just wondering where it's going to go because YouTube is supposedly cracking down on reused content. This collab thing is new, though, right?
Yeah, relatively new, and it's kind of the way to have official reused content.
And can you explain it just a little bit more?
But yeah, basically, if somebody again,
Yeah, because people didn't think you explained it well the first time.
okay, the collab. If somebody clips your show and uploads it to their channel, they can send you a collab link, which means that clip then shows up on both channels because it's a collaboration. Collab is a shorter version of the word collaboration, which means to work together. So therefore, both channels will do well at the same time. So if the clip is a hit, both channels get the numbers.
And if the clipper, the person who used your content, they're the ones that are going to get paid, right? Assuming AdSense and all that bullshit.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, the clipper still gets the money, but the algorithm helps both the source of the clip and the clippy.
Right. Because I don't think the money is the biggest issue, right? It's the algorithm that people get upset about, or at least guys, your size.
Yeah, because like the episode I did on Saturday with everybody, I thought it was a pretty good episode, but it turned out to be one of my lowest viewed streams in a long, well, not in a long time, but in about a month or two. So I thought it was going to have done way better, but then all the clips, the highlights were already out there. So why is anybody going to come watch mine if all the shorter stuff is out?
Yeah, that was kind of what I was trying to say about the whole blind mic thing, but there we go. Mal scan. All he's learned is that the final boss is the new mayor. All right. Well, I guess we've established. So, are we giving some? Are you providing some info for clippers to say, hey, clip, but send me a collab link at the same time?
Yeah, I think that would help everybody in the end. Because it also means, as you say, then they're not going to risk getting flagged by YouTube's AI system. Because if it's all official.
And have you ever struck someone for using your content?
For keeping them 100 stuff I did, because there was a guy who was, what he would do is he would take a copy of what we uploaded, then he would send it off to click farms, and he was getting like 80,000 to 100,000 views. So all the traffic was going over to him instead of us, so I had to shut him down.
Gotcha. All right, cool. So I'm essentially done with clips. I just wanted to talk about it. It's a subject that comes up, and maybe not my chat necessarily, but people seem to be interested in it. And as you know, like NJ's got a new clip show. Other guys have clip shows. I'm sure that they're interested in seeing how this would work, and knowing that you could clip it and do a collab is quite helpful. Now, let's say, last question. If
What did I think about clip shows?
no, we've gone through that 5 times already. So, and I still don't know what the answer is, but I clip your show. I send you a collab link, right? But you don't want me to clip it. Do you have any control over that?
Well, I suppose technically I could flag it and shut it down, but I'm not.
Right. So you wouldn't. So you still protect it. It's just.
Well, I mean, if it was something specifically big, I would DM them and say, "Could you take this down? Because I want to clip it and upload it on my channel." Like, I was going to do a thing of. There was a couple of weeks ago. There was a whole thing about whatever the Schmuel phone call was with Dave Sarah.
Right.
And I wanted to clip that because as Dave was talking about this, I had a visual in mind for a thumbnail of you two, like a couple of girls lying in bed talking on the phone. So I thought, well, that would be funny, but then it was already clipped and out there, and I thought, fuck it, never mind.
Gotcha. Yeah. It can kind of drain it, right? Take the impact of it off.
Mm.
And whatnot. Anyway, I'm learning YouTube, so I'm fascinated by this streaming process. I'm not like all you young kids that have been doing this for a long time. So that's all I have on the Clippers. It's pretty much all I have that I had planned to ask you about. But what's on your mind that you'd like to spend the next, say, 10 or 15 minutes telling us about?
In regards to show content?
Anything, Husey. The people love you. They're interested in you.
Yeah, I'm notoriously well. Like, just everybody hit the like button on every show that you watch because it helps everybody.
Iced answer. Schmuel, you should change your background to say Dabble vs. Human Resources Department. I like Podcasting Guild because it makes people think I have I'm reaching into things that I shouldn't be reaching into. What do you got anyway? All right, cool. I guess that's it. You're not involved in any beefs that I can draw out of you. You're done with Karmic. You haven't seen Steel Toe since April was on.
No, I haven't. Although I would love to get Aaron back on the show, but with the Karmic stuff, it's just it's gone beyond the joke now. I think it's embarrassing that Brennan keeps letting him and Gilly on to advance their work relationship. It's just fucking. It really is pathetic. And then they'll work out a storyline. Like let's pretend to fall out again and break up, so that we can have another 2 weeks of shows. Then we'll get back together again. So there's another 2 weeks, and it's just fucking pathetic.
And how about a little views pay? This is from NJ Ranger for $1.99. How about a little views paying talk just as a treat? I don't have much on that subject. Do you?
Yeah, I just think that if you're using click farms and stuff like that these days, you're really taking a huge risk. It's just not worth it. Let it grow naturally. If it bombs, you can learn from why it didn't work, and if it does very well, then time to celebrate.
Have you followed the Whitney Cummings stuff at all? With
She's 100% doing something. It doesn't her numbers and her interactions don't match up at all. Like I've had videos, right, that I've uploaded that have literally had hundreds of comments, yet for some reason it doesn't pass 1,000 views. But you get Whitney Cummings has got like 500. I think somebody said she outdraws Joe Rogan. Yet
yeah, I
she
think that
gets
was a
yeah, yet she gets barely any interactions at all. So there's definitely something going on.
so when this came up, because I say that I don't think Shuli's buying viewers, right? And not just Shuli, but he's the example. He's the one that everybody pulls out. Oh, he's buying viewers. One of the comments has always been, with people. Chrissy Mara was when I first started. There was a Chrissy Mara. She's got all these views, but her chat doesn't move. So nobody's really watching her show. So then I made a comment the other day. Well, I was watching Shuli's show a week or so ago, and his chat was flying, and it was hard to even keep up with. Meaning that the number of the 1.2 or 3,000 that he had was chatting. And then I get, no, you don't understand. Those are all bots. That's why they're going so fast. Because you can't read them. And I'm just like, you're never going to win this argument.
I remember being on the Shirley show, and it was when Levy was still there. This was years ago, and they were getting thousands of comments at once. To the point that if you didn't super chat, there was no way they were going to see your comment at all. So and that really is the thing. That being said, it's I don't particularly watch the Shirley stuff myself.
Yeah, I don't either. I just happened to watch it because of the striking stuff going on with Stuttering John.
But,
And I wanted to
but
see it. And I was like, I was watching it and the chat was flying by. I mean, you could read the stuff. I mean, you could see it and it was the names of people that you recognize, but it was boom, 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 boom. It wasn't like I've seen shows with bots in the chat and they make no sense, or they're one nice, good, great
yeah,
show.
but
Boom.
that's the thing. That's why I always get people saying like put ones in the chat or stuff like that. All types of chat interactions because the more chat you get in this comments, the more comments you get in the live chat will then help your views once you stop. Like Lemmy's a perfect example. She doesn't really get some. She gets like a rotating thing between 20 to 40 live viewers, but because there's so many comments in the live chat, when she's done, she's got thousands of views because all the interactions in the end total up. So the Shuley stuff, it really does work out. And that is why I'm always trying to get people like to say, hit the like button, then drop numbers, do all this shit.
Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. Christopher Martin, 1972 for $1.99. Schmuel, a great show. Husey rules. Hit the like. Thank you, Chris.
But the other thing about surely it's that like everybody accuses him of buying views, but he gets the same type of live viewership that El Haribe gets, and nobody accuses him. I just think that I think really it's because it's Shirley, and there's a lot of people that just don't like him for whatever reason.
Right. Um, Dan, yeah, I agree. And Dan for nice by bots don't have to be in the chat. Those are view bots. We understand that, but what I was told, it started like I said with Chrissy Mayer, was that Chrissy has 1,000 viewers, and her chat is not moving at all. So that means that nobody's really watching. She bought views. And now I'm saying that, well, Shuli's got this 1,200 and his chat is moving so fast it's hard to read, pretty much like you're saying, which is the only thing that he really, if it wasn't super chats, they probably couldn't read it or wouldn't read it. And then I was said, well, those are bots. That's what I was told.
Yeah, I know, because you said that earlier when we had that exact.
I did, because
exchange.
I'm reiterating, because I don't think that I wanted to make sure the message got across to explain it, because Echo was concerned that we were missing facts.
Well, I don't want to hurt Echo. That's the main thing to me. If anything offends Echo, I'm going to lose sleep.
Right. So, and then I'll put up NJ Ranger. Most people don't have that experience with that show, Schmuel. And this is one of the other things that I hear a lot. So I find, like, with streaming and stuff, is I'll get told stuff, right? Like most people don't have that experience, or Shuli's numbers are always at 1.4. It's always 1.4. So then I'll watch it for myself for a while, and I'll follow, like, and I'll look at the numbers, I'll see it, and then I'll go like, well, it's not always at 1.4. And the chat does seem to be moving. So it and just economically, how could you have been paying for views and paying people all that time and not go broke? I mean, none of those people are independently wealthy, at least not that we're aware of.
Yeah, if Shuli was doing that, 'cause I remember he was accused of buying views for his videos. And it's like, but if he did, the view count would be way, way higher than fucking like 4,000. Like there'd be like hundreds of thousands of views, and but the thing about the Chrissy Mayer, I always remember, is that during the lockdown, she had like 100,000 subscribers, and her subscriber count has barely grown at all in 6 years, which is strange to me. But again, just getting back to Shirley, he was on Howard Stern, so he's got a lot of super fans that will be writing in going, "Did you hear Stern or Baba Booey and all this shit? Sell Richard and Sal the link." So there's always going to be a lot of hangers on.
Right. And Nice Podcast Stupid. If you have 1.2K live viewers and chats, same 25 people. So I'm just going to suggest watch the show. Watch it, come back to me in a week, and then tell me what you saw. Because I saw them. It was flying. They were different people. They were names. All the comments were related to the show, and they weren't. It did not appear to me to be bots. Now you're going to say I'm a boomer and I don't know what a bot is, but in any event,
but the thing is their chat reacts to whatever they're talking about, and I don't know if bots have that ability that they can actually understand conversations. So if Shuli and Mike and fucking Zenhauser change topics, the chat is still talking about whatever the new topic is. But the problem is, there's nothing you can do that can convince people. Like it's just, they've decided that Shuli's a view buyer, and that's that, and that's the only way they're going to see it.
That's my point. Malwareskin says she bought viewers but didn't buy live chatters. Schmuel, it's not rocket science. We're aware of that. That was the point, I thought. Yeah, and we're saying that the bots they're not the turning on if the subject changes from Stuttering John to Patrick Melton, the bots aren't going to catch up. The bots aren't going to quickly. The bots that I've seen don't generally seem to respond to what's actually being said on screen.
Yeah.
They're very, what's the word that I'm looking for? Very vanilla, a lot of great show, doing a good job, shit like that. And,
yeah, any bots watching here, let's see a couple of great shows in the chat. Anything for the king of the dab. But the thing is, The thing, I just think that Shirley has unfortunately got himself into like people are just targeting him, and because out of the four big shows, there's El Horrible, WATP, TSN, and Melton, and I would say the TSN is the least popular, but like nobody accused Brennan when he was getting like 2,000 live viewers of buying views, but we've seen his audience shrink.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And with Chris Mack on Chrissy, I it seemed to me that either it was COVID and she, everybody got crazy numbers because everybody was stuck inside, or she was buying subs.
Yeah, but Chrissy's number count was like really fast, like overnight 25,000, and it's like that's really fucking like that's really fast, and it's just the fact that her subscription count stalled, and hasn't gone down since. So
Yeah, it's interesting, but from what I do understand, you don't lose. Most people don't unsub. They only unsub intentionally. Like you have to do something to piss them off. But most people, once they
yeah,
sub, just stay subbed.
yeah, true.
So, in any event, all right. Um, so that's the thing, and it's not. I'm not defending Shuley. I mean, I know that that's what the rap that gets laid out at my door, but it came up to me. I don't know, a week or so ago when I put up the picture of KB versus WATP, how many viewers they had. It was point to Apple Point, and it was on Carl's channel, and they had 10 times what Kevin had, and it was like those views are all fake. And you're like,
Yep.
okay, you're never going to win that argument.
Yeah, but technically, I have more views than Brennan does because he deletes everything. So any of his view count was any of his view count is like wiped out every day. So that'll fuck. So if he left his live streams up, it would be pretty big, I'm sure.
Yeah, and Chris Mack, bring up my long comment from before. Chrissy was stuck at 96K for 3 years and suddenly started growing in exactly multiples of 100 every day. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Chris. It honestly seemed like she gained like 25,000 subscribers in exactly in a matter of like 4 or 5 days. And I remember thinking like that I get she was streaming a lot, but I thought that was like holy fuck. Like nobody else was getting big numbers like that. Not Kumia, uh, not even Dave Sarah.
Yeah, and I do wonder if they do what do you call it?
Fuck kids.
If there's some rounding, like if there's some rounding that goes on, because that's what I always thought is wouldn't if you were gonna buy viewers, wouldn't you buy them in odd lots? Like instead of buying 100,000 or 100, you'd buy 87. NJ Ranger, Chrissy 100,000 subs, Mario Bosco on 50 concurrent.
Yeah. I think NJ, we need to get you to start a public feud with Mario Bosco. Like that's the type of shit I will watch. I'll watch any clip show that has NJ versus Bosco.
Let's get Bosco to go to Atlantic City.
Oh shit! Well, yeah, do that so everybody else can watch. Brennan use his fucking laptop. Bunch of cunts.
Yeah. So and I'm not gonna put the chat up, but there's a thing about the Shuley making more money than the other shows. But now with Super Tip and Super Chats and on Rumble, it's very hard to make any kind of fair comparison. And
yeah, and then also with monetized YouTube channels, people can then go back and rewatch stuff. So you can be making money via your clips too. So it's a whole big thing,
Do you think? So Brennan, you talk about Brennan taking his shit down. Do you think he leaves money on the table doing that?
Yeah.
And is it a significant amount of money?
I do, because there's the stuff. I still say that one of the funniest podcasts I've ever seen was MLC during the lockdown, and it was Brennan, and I can't remember if Levy was there, but Chad was there, and his old producer Adam, and they had that guy called Barry Katz, who's a fucking,
Yeah, no,
like,
Barry.
you fucked him.
No, go ahead.
Oh, well, he's like a comedy manager, for anyone that doesn't know. And for some reason, Barry's webcam was set up here, but whenever they would ask him a question, he would sit this way and he would talk off into the distance like that. So Brennan noticed that Barry kept doing this. So every time he looked away, Brennan was going like that, and they were like making fun of, and they were laughing their heads off, and that clip was going viral and doing great. But then I think Brennan deleted it, which is a shame.
Yeah, it's strange because it's like he doesn't. You can have Patreon, I guess, but he doesn't guarantee that he can put those shows up on there.
I don't know. I don't watch
Yeah,
this
so
fucking. He's getting no balls for someone that talks so much shit. Like, it's unbelievable how often he's out to get people and fuck them and fuck this. But if you come at him, he refuses to leave his house, and he'd only walk around Atlantic City with like pay pig fucking security guards. Hey, Stevie Low, come with me. The fuck off then. Absolute cunt.
Yeah, he's supposedly not coming to AC this year, but but I guess we'll all have to suffer through not going up to the hotel room.
Yeah, you guys will AC. You guys will unfortunately end up socializing and hanging out and having laughs and doing stuff instead of watching some pink-faced cunt fucking read the exact same joke from the same 17 people every night for hours and hours and hours. Pathetic.
Look, man, I will say though, he's got a loyal, may not be huge, but he's got a very loyal fan base. It's like the man can do nothing wrong for those guys.
Yeah, well, the thing about Kevin Brennan is, like, no one's going to say that he's not funny, because he is fucking unbelievably hilarious. Yeah, but Stevie, you wanted to suck some dicks. But Brennan is hilarious. It's just that the problem is that he's so into like taking shots at and score settling, and like, I don't know why he's gone back into this obsession with Ray DeVito. Like Ray said recently that he had a good November, and that he made all this money from co-writing or whatever the fuck he said. So Ray didn't say, "Oh, I'm making 5 figures a month every month." He said he made it once. So Brandon's had a hard on now for all this time. He's like, "Oh, Ray, show me what you got." It was like, why? He didn't say that it's like. Does Ray look like he's fucking winning in life?
Ray will be in Atlantic City, and I have some,
Great.
and I have some inside information about
That
Ray.
you're not going to mention right now.
But no, I'm not going to say now, because now I'm going to have to force. Ray's going to be forced to share it with people. Sam Bibley, why do people dislike Stevie Lou so much? Seems like a good chatter to me.
Do you want to know why people don't like Stevie Lou? Because they talk shit to him, and he 9 times out of 10 comes back at them with something way funnier and smarter than what they said to him, and then they can't think of a comeback. So because Stevie's intelligent, people get pissed off at him. I'm a Stevie Lou guy.
Stevie Lou, I just had this the other day.
I don't like
Lou
him anymore.
Is the one guy, right? And all these fucking guys in the Dabbleverse that are like, "Oh, I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to box you." He's the fucking guy that got in the ring with Ryan Katsu Rivera and actually had an actual fist fight boxing match, right? Stevie backs up what he says. And I think Stevie's actually, I've had my issues with him, but I will say he's always been fair. He's lying that I begged to get up into the hotel room, but I like Stevie.
No, I heard that from a couple of people. That's how I first heard of you. It's just that Schmuel's that fucking PDF that kept trying to get into Brennan's room at fucking wherever the fuck. But the thing, Stevie's fucking he's like a happy egg in that he likes his films and he likes getting completely baked. And he likes going on MLC, but that's the thing. Anybody who goes on MLC is going to get shit on. Like Stevie never gets shit for going on fucking the East Side Dave show. I can't remember what it's called.
The East Side Dave Show.
Is that what it was called? I did say I couldn't remember.
So
Smart ass.
that's actually where I know Stevie from. Not met him, know him, but what do you call it? Chow.
Sex?
There's lights in the place. You might not be able to be there. In any event, but that's where, and it's funny because he was such a young guy, and now he's a man.
Yeah.
And, so let's see. Sam Bibley, Dr. Mega, whatever. On Haas, that's not safe at his age. He needs a surrogate boxer to face you. He can train him like Rocky IV. Yeah. Stevie, handle that for me, will you? So there we go. All right. Husey, where are we going to find you next? And tell us how the fans can keep in touch.
At the Hughesy on Twitter and Instagram, and Hughes Entertainment on YouTube. Don't know when I'm going to be doing the next stream, but I hopefully will.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Hughes in Northern Ireland. I won't dox you.
In Belfast.
Thanks, and I'm thrilled that we got to the bottom of Clippers and clipping, and
yeah.
Fantastic. And now everyone knows about the collab tab, so no one has an excuse not to use it. So thanks, my friend. I'm going to say goodnight to the crowd, and we'll move on from there. Take care, buddy.
See ya.
Bye. Chris, we missed him. Christopher Martin, 1972. Husey, for $1.99. Can you bring Peter Dinklage to Hackamania? Can you answer that question quickly, Husey?
Yeah.
Okay. Peter will be there. Peter will be there with Mr. Hughes. All right, guys. So I have to pick up Mrs. Buckman at the airport tomorrow, and so I doubt we'll have a Tuesday stream. She hasn't been away. She's been away for almost 3 weeks. So where we go. So Lady KB, this is the monologue. This is where I end the show and take 30 minutes to do it. And thank you, not Victoria. I like the hat tonight. Winnipeg Jets for anybody that's looking at it. Hackamania. If any of you guys are planning on going, there's a promo code Buckman. I get nothing for it if you use it. But if you did, I'd appreciate it. And I think that's pretty cool. Please hit the like button. Subscriptions are still $1.99. I'm not grifting like the rest of the planet. And so we do that. And if you're chatting, you're subscribed. But if you'd subscribe, that'd be great. How much to blink for us? I've been blinking all night. And hard to do without eyelids, but I managed to do it. But thank you for the $2, Shardy McDennis. And cookies in the air to answer Guru One's question. And not Victoria, I just got here. Well, Victoria, we're going to do a little bit of a chat back and forth for about 15 minutes. So then we'll get off there. Echo Pineapple, you get how many members only streams per month again? I don't know. How many would be an appropriate number? More we do the chat at members only, and go from there. All right. So we talked about Clippers tonight. We had Mommy on. We heard about Jake Hudson and his heavy breathing by phone. Anything else that anybody has in the chat that they'd like to bring up before I get that? Hold on a second. One would do. Don't do chat. They hate that. What did we learn? That's the question. That's the question. We spent almost 2 hours and we've learned absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. But yes, let's discuss Clippers. Clippers. It's just an interesting, to me. It's an interesting subject because I think they're fantastic and they help a lot, and I know other people don't like them. So I wanted to ask a true professional's opinion. So there we go. And I do believe on Wednesday at 8 o'clock, one of the newer clip shows, NJ Rangers 201, NJ and Flimsy, will be on at 8 p.m. Eckel does an amazing clip show, and Eckel is also doing membership shows because he's lousy with memberships. He's got so many memberships he doesn't know what to do. So that'll be Thursday afternoon, and he can put the time in the chat. And there we go. Can we explain why Ava isn't welcome in our Jewish-friendly chat? I have no idea what we're talking about, but there you go. Rudy Baga, the flight down to Oz is brutal. Yeah, she's on the way back. Just took off while we were here and will be arriving tomorrow evening. But once I get, I would imagine that when she comes back, she'll probably fall asleep. But knowing her, she's probably scheduled this all so she doesn't. And then she's going to want to, bond with her husband and then talk to him. So I'm going to have to be there. So there we go. Didn't pee once Rudy Baga. I think I've told the story. But I'll tell it again. So the last time the wife and I went to Australia, which was my first time going, shouldn't say the last time, the first time I went to Australia with the wife, we're in the lounge, the United Lounge in Newark, and my wife keeps telling me I have to hydrate. You have to hydrate. You have to hydrate. You have to hydrate. Keeps getting me to drink water. And I drank shit tons of water. So we fly from Newark to San Francisco to switch to the flight. I think I peed once. All good. Once that plane left for the 15 hours to go to Sydney, I had to pee like every 12 minutes. And I had the window seat. And neither person would want to switch seats with me, the middle or the aisle. So every 12, 17 minutes, this old man was bothering him. I got to pee. I got to pee. So it was a crazy trip. And then the plane was full, but I'm walking around, and I see an empty seat, and I'm like, I'm just going to sit in that because I felt so bad about bothering people. I sit in that seat, and I don't know, 10 minutes later, some guy comes walking up. You're in my seat. And I said, oh, I'm sorry about that. And he's like, I want to make sure my wallet is still there. And I'm like, fuck am I going to go? Right? We're on a goddamn plane. In any event, that was my story. So that's it. All right. Young guys can hold it. Yeah, they can. And I'm actually pretty good at holding it. I have not peed since I got in here however many hours ago. And Hughesy's much younger than me. And I constantly get the private messages that he's got to pee. And there we go. So, all right, guys. I think we're done. And let's take a look at, I just want to take a look at one more thing before we go. And let's see if anybody else, if there's a place that warrants redirection, but I guess not. So we're here. It's Monday night, so I'm sure there's plenty of other shows to watch on. Premium, a compilation of attempted show endings by Schmuel would be a hit in the Dabbleverse. You know, I want to be here for you guys. I want to talk to you. I want you to feel comfortable, and I don't want you to feel left out. Rudy Baga, no toe. Rudy, interestingly enough, I did see, I think it was a Doom clip today, that he just keeps missing the like goal after goal after goal, and I don't know how this guy. I honestly don't. I don't know how he keeps going, because I like, how do you pay your bills? And it's pretty crazy. So in any event, kids, I'm gonna bail. It's been a fantastic night, and there we go. Unbanned Josh Denny fan. Dave has advised Schmuel to ignore me. Absolutely incorrect. Unbanned Josh Denny fan. I don't think you came up in the conversation, but he did not. I promise you. Latanya Vegas. Latanya, hold on. Latanya Vegas. Latanya, I've been hearing all about you, and hoping to get to meet you in Las Vegas. I think that would be pretty damn awesome, and we've heard lots about you. And being I'm an old man, it's all safe for me. And Diablo Sandwich, calling Eccles' show a clip show is like calling the Mona Lisa an art project. Eckel and NJ Ranger, because and the two that come to mind and the two that I watch the most often. And I said this about both of them. They put a lot of work into their clips. And it's not just put up a clip and then riff on it. Like, these guys have thought about it. There's a lot of work in it. And so, yeah, I think that when it comes to clip shows, in Schmuel's view, I think some of them can be lazy, and just that's what they do. They just watch a clip. We're going to go on and, whatever, and kind of rely on other people's content. And I think guys like NJ Ranger and Echo Pineapple take that work and add to it, and make it turn what wouldn't be normally content into content. So there we go. So let's say goodnight. And not Victoria. I said I'd give you a couple of. So NJR essentially clips the clips himself, says Echo Pineapple. He does, because he's got the timestamps of the show, so he must watch them as well. And Echo, I do believe that the stuff that I've seen of you, you've watched much of the shows, or at the very least, you've watched the clips before. I don't think that you and Rochi, I mean, you could be fantastic and be able to riff more than I think, but I definitely think there's a lot of work that goes into it, and people appreciate it. That's why that's why you have so many memberships, and why your channel is so much better than mine. Rochi clips Joey himself. There we go. And yeah, so it's work. It's work. And there we go. Stevie Lou Comedy. No, I mean Schmuel. I don't remember what that started or where it was, but Stevie Lou, good egg. And Stevie Lou, interestingly enough, another guy didn't get along with great, but somebody was fucking around with him through somebody else, and I was like, this just isn't. It wasn't right, and so I jumped in and did something there as best as I could. So let me just make sure I did the right thing. I did. I think we're all good. I think everybody should be happy. Happy. Customization. Oh, look at that. So let's do save. And one of these shows will go over there. All right, kids. Thank you very much. Glad the internet did. Final Boss is the best. And we are going to close with a Final Boss song. And we will be out of here.
Schmuel still rocks.